Welcome to an all-new SCSU Local. Today we'll see how true Minnesotans get their winter fun.
And how some SCSU students spend their time here in St. Cloud.
Stay tuned, SCSU Local starts right now.
Welcome to SCSU Local. I'm Daniela Tour, and with me is Josh Ackerman.
Thanks for tuning in today. We're going to start off today with a story about how an organization here in St. Cloud is helping Somali immigrants adjust to life in the Midwest.
Let's take a look.
A Star Tribune article says many Somalians find refuge in St. Cloud. With numbers ranging from 6 to even 7,000, the St. Cloud Area Somali Salvation Organization, otherwise known as SASO, helps with housing, employment, education development, and after-school programs for youth and crime prevention efforts. They also have real close ties to St. Cloud State University. Look, it's on you now.
The only gift you can give to a child is make him to love his school. When they arrive here, most of these single mom leading these families with average more than 6 children, they cannot read, write by themselves, they cannot help their children. Then we started educating the need to the community, like school district. We had participated many panels that we spoke about the refugee need. We attended and participated, organized many forums in the city in various levels: health, education, housing, employment, that we were teaching the other agencies to be aware of the need of these newcomers in order to help them to become successful families in the future. Through the help of the mentors and tutors, volunteers coming from the universities of this area that are helping the community, local community in St. Cloud, help those refugee students either when they were in Southside Boys and Girls Club or with SASO Central and other centers. They help these students to improve their academic performance in the schools, and that improvement gave them a sense or ability to continue their higher education. And they joined St. Cloud State in a big number, and that number is growing every year. And it is in the statistics of the university. I remember in the year 2000, there was not more than 3 refugee students, Somali students in St. Cloud State. And today there are hundreds.
SASO's mission is to provide culturally specific advocacy and guidance to enable the self-sufficiency for refugees and the immigration population. For the past 10 years, the center has come very far despite its struggles.
It's nice to see the help that students are getting here in St. Cloud.
It definitely is. I remember when I went to the mass communications trip to Poland, we all got some help from some Polish students that showed us around the town and making sure that we stayed out of trouble.
While we are on the subject of helping others out, we are going to move on to what has become a Minnesota tradition, the Polar Plunge.
St. Cloud will once again host the Polar Plunge event, but this year a special competition has been added to the mix.
What is Polar Plunge and what is this special competition? Let's travel to famous White Bear Lake to find out more.
5, 4, 3, going to jump in White Bear Lake to support Special Olympics.
This is my 5th year. This is our first year.
My first year. I am a rookie.
The first year I did it, my boss did it for her sister who does the Special Olympics. So I've just been doing it every year since.
I also saw it just as a moment to be a true Minnesotan and jump into a frozen lake.
Right.
You got to prove where you're from.
And that too, yep, exactly.
Today is the first of 14 polar plunges. White Bear Lake's the first one. We have them all over the state. So as you know, we have one coming up in St. Cloud here in a couple of weeks that we're really excited about. But this is all a partnership with law enforcement agencies around the state. And in fact, Special Olympics is partnered with all law enforcement agencies around the world. So Minnesota, our partnership is one of the largest actually in the world, where Special Olympics Minnesota partners with the law enforcement agencies around the state here to do awareness, fundraising, and some crazy stuff like you see out here.
All right, so you guys have the first person from Madagascar ever to jump in a frozen lake. That's right. All right? So first ever with these weirdos. But this is the sign they made for me. It means be careful, Tahiri. I suppose that's my name. It's really cold.
And was it?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was our first time.
It was our first time, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, our team is Jungle Fever. So
We were all animals. I was a flamingo.
I was a zebra.
Our team raised $3,000. Together, we made a difference and contributed to the Special Olympics in Minnesota.
We think that universities are a great format for this, to get people aware of Special Olympics, get them involved, and eventually, be volunteers or whatever. And a great first way is to do something like this and plunge and help support it. So Duluth has been doing it for a couple years. St. Cloud has jumped on board, and we really are excited about that platform. And St. Cloud will be one of the leaders, I think, as we grow this university challenge, and you see a couple other schools follow you guys' lead. So we're very happy to have you guys on board and really excited about the enthusiasm and the growth that we're going to see at St. Cloud.
I pretty much think the Huskies will dominate, as they always do.
You know, we just decided to get out of bed and plunge.
What do you want to do today? Plunge!
If you come out, this is great for supporting the programs. Actually, the real things that you're helping support if you come out to a state competition.
The running races and that. I saw gymnastics.
Actually, at St. Cloud, we're having the regional basketball tournament here coming up I think in March. And there you'll see several hundred of our athletes playing basketball. It's going to be on campus. So if you have a chance to come out, volunteer, just watch. You'll see what you're helping support by doing that plunge. And it's a great event.
Do it!
Do it, it's worth it. Once you do it once, you're going to want to do it again.
You can't even feel the cold.
Yeah, it was invigorating.
Exhilarating is a good word.
Adrenaline.
Yeah. And it goes way too fast.
And let's do it again!
Let's do it again!
I am so pumped to jump in this lake.
You may know about the Hawk rivalry between SCSU and UMD, but this year a new challenge has been brought to the ice. Both St. Cloud and Duluth will be hosting a polar plunge in a battle to see who can raise the most money for Special Olympics Minnesota.
Well, if that got you fired up and you want to take the plunge yourself, St. Cloud's Polar Plunge will be held February 19th. For more information, you can visit plungemn.com.
Well, coming up after the break, the St. Cloud Community Goes Superhero.
And see how the SCSU students stay in shape during the cold winter months. SCSU Local will be right back.
A world that's getting smaller is a world of opportunity. It is a world of discovery. It is a world you can change. What's your world? St. Cloud State University. Visit stcloudstate.edu.